Hey y'all, it's your boy Big Mike. You know that dude that you be seeing on the streets and be like, hey, ain't that dude that be doing them YouTube videos? Yeah, that's me. And for today, we're going to be talking about our favorite relatives. I know I should have started off with this person, but you know what they say, you always save the best for last. And my first one was my cousin, and then the second one was my friend that lives up north too. Johnny Webster, and then my cousin was Aaliyah Jefferson. And for today, the part three of this series is going to be my mother. Don't call me no mama's boy. I love my mom, but still, don't call me no mama's boy. And while I'm going to be talking about my mother and this beautiful person that she is, I'm going to be having some green beans, mashed potatoes, and some smothered pork chops. It's got some hot sauce that I like to put on my pork. It goes good on catfish and like chicken wings and pretty much anything basically. I mean, it's not like really spicy like Louisiana or Frank's hot sauce. It's milder. You see why it's my mouth is watering just thinking about it. I almost drooled on my plate over here, but it's milder than your regular Louisiana hot sauce or something like sriracha or something like that. It's real toned down. Yeah, so my mother is. I'll tell you a little bit about her. She's a Leo like me. Her birthday is July 31st, and mine is August the 12th. We're 12 days apart over here. So I don't know if Leos are like really compatible, but sometimes me and my mother like bump heads, and it's like real difficult for me to talk to her sometimes. So sometimes I just have to just bite my lip and just walk away from having an ongoing argument and just quote unquote let her win. But for being a single parent, I think she did a pretty good job raising me on her own. I spent a few years here in the South, Tennessee, living with my grandparents while she was getting her act together, and I ended up moving back to Michigan, where I'm from, Inkster, Michigan, by the way. And we started out on the rough side of Michigan Avenue, living on Henry Rough. That's the street that I lived on. Then we finally moved to the north side of Michigan Avenue, where I was living on Greenwood for about 10.5 years. Out of the 5 or 6 kids that my grandmother had, I believe my mother is like the second or third oldest, and she's part of the three daughters that are still living. My uncle, her baby brother, just passed on Halloween of 2020, so that's all of the men as far as my uncles that are still, were still living. She's got a younger sister, and then she's got an older sister. This, no, her younger sister lives in Memphis, and her older sister, still lives in Michigan. And it's just me and her living in this big 5-bedroom house. Have you guys tried this Arizona tea? It's like 50-50 tea and then half lemonade. Pretty good. My mother's like in her mid 70s, and we're like 28 years apart. She had me when she was 28. So that tells you that I'm in my late 40s. But I really wish that I could get some good reliable income so that I could like take her on a trip, like a cruise or something. No, just to say thank you. You can never really repay your parents for like taking care of you. I mean, it's their job, like to get you to a place where you're independent and on your own or whatever. But with me, like currently becoming disabled, I had to, come down here and help her take care of her parents before they passed, and now it's like she switched over from having to take care of them to like doing stuff for me. Like I got like arthritis in my hands and stuff, so it's hard for me to trim my own fingernails and toenails and stuff like that because I can't bend over because I got a pinched nerve in my lower back and a whole bunch of other physical things that's just wrong with me. But my dad wasn't never there, so here I am in Tennessee once again. I can't say just how much I love my mother. Like I said, we have our moments where it becomes more than just a disagreement. But for her to just, go out of her way sometimes and just do stuff that, other parents would just be like, no, you need to do that yourself, and the best way you can. But that's your mother for you. My mother. Thinking about that Tupac song, Dear Mama, right now. Wish I could have that playing in the background. But I just thought of it, so maybe next time if I do another video on my mom. She is truly appreciated. I don't tell her all the time. When I do, I have moments when I have money that she didn't give me. Like when my cousin sent me some money through Cash App, and my friend Johnny, he Cash Apped me some money for Christmas too. So I took her out to this restaurant. Well, I paid for her food, and we came home and ate it. But I do try to show. They say action speaks better than words. I don't, I buy her a birthday or a Christmas card every now and then. But when you show someone, it's like I was telling Johnny about his mother when his father passed. That comfort food is something that it shows that you care. I mean, I didn't actually cook it, but meal is a meal. Hot meal. She cooked this what I'm eating right now. It's where I started getting my inspiration to be a cook was from her. Like when she made the carrot cake and her sweet potato pie, which I don't just like that much, but the carrot cake, mm, carrot cake, fire. That smothered cube steak that she makes, I mean, it's way miles past fork tender. Like when my grandparents, she came out here to take care of my grandparents, she stopped seasoning food, and that is like the biggest thing that I just hate. Like right now, because I have to go behind her and put salt and pepper on everything. And like you see here, I put the buffalo wing sauce on my pork, some other pork over here. Or it would have just been like eating like some crunchy water. No, I mean it's just like she don't like to season nothing no more. It's a pantry full of condiments in there, but everything doesn't just have to be just covered in salt and pepper. I understand people have issues with sodium and stuff like that, and you can use Mrs. Dash, and there's like a light salt that you can use as an alternative. Like if you're excuse me, if you're a diabetic, excuse me, not bad manners, just good food. But if you're diabetic like me, you shouldn't be consuming that much sodium because it messes with your diabetic whole giddy up over here. Comment below and tell me what's the favorite thing that your mother cooked for you, like when that you still love to this day, like when she cooks it, you get this smile, like nobody bothered me for like 35, 45 minutes, and just grub down on it. Like whether it's a dessert, like I said, I love her carrot cake and her banana pudding. But I already talked about the desserts on my previous video talking about desserts, where I talked about the pecan pie and the Boston cream pie and stuff like that. But go look at that video and like it. And if you haven't already, subscribe and comment on that one and this one and a lot of the others and help out my channel. I greatly appreciate it. What's up to all of my new subscribers? I'm not just gonna give everybody a shout out, but I'm gonna get in my Instagram inbox and remind a few people who just subscribed that I got a new video out today. I'll be posting this today. I always post my videos on Thursdays, and every now and then I'll do a bonus one. I'm getting like close to like 35 or so that I've made so far. I want to give Brandon, the Garbage Disposal Clark, a special shout out. This guy is one of my favorite YouTubers, and he mentioned me when I made a comment about an old term that I used to use when I was growing up. The word was ganked, and that means like you got shortchanged basically. And yeah, thanks, dude. I really appreciate you giving me that shout out. Like that day, I got like 2 new subscribers like real quick. I thought it was gonna be jumping like, but you know, somebody sees that video, I hope they give me a shout out and subscribe to my channel. Is more specifically what I'm trying to talk about over here. Excuse me. He's got like 58,600 some subscribers, so I know a lot of people are going to see that video if they follow him the way I do. I just got finished looking at like about 3 or 4 of his videos today alone. Back to my mother. I just want to thank God that she's still still clear-headed and is able to maintain all of this big house that we're living in, because like I said, it's just me and her, and this is a 5-bedroom house, 2 baths, and we got like enough acreage to have a trailer that we also own behind our house. So she's an amazing woman. Let me tell you, she's still she's able to, just cut the grass and, all the stuff that I should be doing, but I'm over here on the disabled list. Like, I had operations on my knees when I was in my mid-teens, and I have to use the electric shopping cart, like when I go grocery shopping and stuff like that. So we don't have an electric, I mean, a riding lawnmower anymore, that my grandfather was using. But I guess it's just her way of staying fit and stuff, because she could pay somebody else to cut the grass for her, but she's always been in the yard, like planting flowers and stuff like that. I wish I could show you some pictures of, like, when we were living in Michigan. She used to grow these real tall, like 3 foot tall flowers. It's not a carnation, but it's like a real tall flower, and she used to like plant them in the front yard of, the apartment that we used to live in. And she's just always been a yardy kind of person, so she does more than she has to with just, like, playing in the yard or whatever. You know how they always say, Papa's maybe, but Mama's baby. I'm an only child on her side, and I just found out who my biological father was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And I'm rumored to have like a brother and sister on his side of the family, and I didn't find out. Well, she told me that he died like back in '99, like we were. like literally in the middle of boxing things up at the house that we were at, so that she could move down here to take care of her parents. And I didn't like find out what his name was until one of the lawyers for my disability case was trying to, get, you know, my birth certificate and stuff like that. So it's hard for me to talk to her about stuff like that, and it really pissed me off. Like when she told me that he died, like why would you wait until he died to like tell me anything about him? She said that I have his eating habits. And if you noticed, this whole time while I've been eating, I haven't drink drank anything. I got a mug here with some pop in it, and I'm gonna drink this Arizona half and half tea lemonade beverage after I get finished with my meal here. And she told me that he does that same kind of thing where he doesn't drink anything like until he's fully finished his meal because I guess same he doesn't did it the same reason I do. I don't want to get full off of fluids and then an hour later feel like I just ate Chinese food and be hungry all over again. So I eat my fill and then I wash it all down with whatever beverage that I'm gonna consume, whether it's pop or beer or alcohol or just whatever. I always wait until I finish my meal, until I so that I can just like wash it all down. And I'm always thirsty because it's a symptom of being a diabetic. And I was the first to get it. Like my mother and my grandmother both became diabetics after I did. And when I first found out, I had to take 2 insulin shots a day. And like since I've been here in Tennessee, well, it's like I was taking the shots for like a year and a half, and I went a while without it, and then told my doctor, and he was like, "Okay, then you can just like stay off the shots since your your glucose was no my glucose numbers were running normal, so he took me off of the insulin. So thank you, Jesus, for that. Yes, Lord, and hallelujah. It was like a real small needle. No, just like real thin, but it was just the part about me having to like take the shots. Period. It's like I would have like poke myself in the side, or I do it in my leg or something like that. But I'm not a needle phobe or whatever. I just didn't like having to do it myself. And now, since I've been in Tennessee, they put me on this metformin, and after I seen like this, I don't know if it was a YouTube video or what, but I saw that metformin wasn't good for you. I forget what the side effects was, but I stopped taking that years ago. My mother and grandmother never had to take shots. But yeah, it's a whole lot to be said. And it's not enough hours in the day for me to just run down every single thing about her. I just hope she's around and clear-headed as long as my grandmother was, because my grandmother lived to be 96 years old. And she died in 2015. So if I can squeeze another 20 years out of my mother, she'll be close to the same age that my grandmother was when she passed away. You know, the Bible says if you live to be in your mid 70s, it's a blessing. But like them biblical days when people were living to be 6, 7, 8, 900 years old, people blessed to see 65, 70 nowadays. I got a friend, had a friend that used to live across the street. And his father passed like in his like early, maybe mid 50s from congestive heart failure. And then my friend, his name is Damon Hawkins, he died from the exact same thing. And he was just like 42 or 44 years old when he died. He had moved all the way back to Maryland, and me and him weren't just on the best of terms like when he left. So it kind of messed me up hearing that he died, because he was the first person to welcome me back to Grand Junction, aka Kissing Cousin County over here. And no, he wasn't making that much money, and he drank his little cheap bottle of Burnett's because that's what they drink down here. That cheap half a gallon costs, with tax, excuse me, less than $18 for half a gallon, not a fifth. Half a gallon costs $17 and some change. Burnett's, they call it Blue Top around here. Drink that crap, man. You gotta be kidding me. Like, man, ever since I was in my early 20s, I always drink a premium vodka. Like, I started out with like Absolute, and it went up from there. I mean, that Absolute costs like $35 for half a gallon. And if I'm not drinking vodka 10 months out of the year, then for my birthday and for Christmas all the way through New Year's Eve, I'd be drinking tequila, but that wasn't the case this year. Even though I had some stimulus money, and my mother, she wasn't like trying to take me to the liquor store because she thinks that's part of why they were turning down my disability case. I don't know, but yeah, and my mother, she like I can't remember one day where she would drink wine or hard liquor, beer, anything. But since she's been here in Tennessee, she's been making like this muscadine wine or whatever, which she gives to a few family members. I mean, it's like almost syrupy sweet, and I'm not no wine drinker, so it just like went way over my head for her to be even making it in the first place. But anywho, then it's like I got a few family members that stop by and they'll give her like for Christmas or something last year. Somebody brought her some Baileys. It's like a cask and cream, like a chocolate liqueur, like um, it tastes like chocolate milk with alcohol in it. But everybody knows she don't drink. So guess who like pulled up with that little bottle? Yes, 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 that's right. I did. I drank it. It gave me diarrhea. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why, but I just, like I said, it was like, it's not hard liquor, but I don't know. It gave me the same effect like dark liquor does. Like, I drank some spiced rum when I first moved down here, and it messed my stomach up horrible. Like, man, I had diarrhea so bad. I'm not just gonna get too much into that, but yeah, I don't just like drinking Crown Royal and Southern Comfort and Hennessy and Jack Daniels. I drink vodka and tequila. And when I drink tequila, it's gotta be Blanco. I don't drink like it's like I might drink the brown like every blue moon, but for the like Jose Cuervo, they make a medium brown and then it's like a dark brown tequila, and I don't drink no dark tequila. I don't care. I don't like dark liquor. Okay, it doesn't agree with me. So anywho, yeah, that's pretty much it on my mom. It was like I hope my disability like gets approved like before her birthday this year, so that I can like take her somewhere nice to eat, or just get takeout because she's paranoid with the whole pandemic situation that we're currently going through. So 9 times out of 10, we'll just be getting takeout and coming home and eating, like I did with the Carrabba's. Like I did a YouTube video, and it was my first time eating food from there, and I got her the lasagna, and I had the chicken Alfredo, which was horribly dry. Like I used to work at an Olive Garden, and I think I know a thing or two about pasta because I'll eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like for real. Like macaroni and cheese for breakfast, spaghetti for lunch, and then lasagna for dinner. Like every day, like pasta, pasta, pasta. Yeah, I love pasta. But yeah, that Carrabba's was. I mean, I called them the next day and complained about it because my mom said she liked her lasagna, but the Alfredo, I mean, the pasta was just like dry. Like for real, they could have added like another 4 or 6 ounces of the Alfredo sauce to it and just made it so that it wasn't so dry and I wouldn't have complained about it. But like I said, I called them the next day and I gave the manager an earful because that was just unacceptable for as much as I spent there. Like $51.11 on some dry pasta. You got to be kidding me. Like, no. I mean, so he sent me he emailed me a voucher for $25. So I'm gonna give them a second chance and order something different because I don't just like eating the same thing like when I'm trying out a new restaurant or whatever. So the next time that I'm in Collierville, I'll be going back to Carrabba's and getting me I mean they have like some seafood dishes like scallops and shrimp. So I forget what's the name of the dish, but that might be the next one that I try. But yeah, that's gonna be about it. I mean, like I don't even like know. So my mother, she likes to go to this place called Chow Times, and they have like it's a buffet. So they have your average, ordinary buffet type foods. Your fried chicken, catfish, macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, that kind of stuff. And then they got like a Chinese section where you have your fried rice and egg rolls and sweet and sour chicken and that whole kind of thing. So, I'm not, going to take her there. Or get takeout from there or whatever. Even though, like, when you, like, have takeout from there, they don't weigh your food. I mean, you can get as much as you want inside the to-go container. So, I mean, the first time she just got, like, enough for, like, one plate of food, but I had, like, 3 plates of food, and the little clamshell that I had, you could barely close it. And I knew that they wasn't going to weigh it, but we're not going to go there. We're going to go somewhere different. And there's like 1,000 different places to like try. And there's a Mediterranean place and an Indian place that I might just check out. But we're not going back to Chow Times, and like it'll be a long time, like maybe my birthday or something before I go to the Tokyo Grill and get me a sushi plate from there, a sushi platter from there because they were on some other stuff when I went there the last time. But yeah, that's it. I mean, it's like I don't know what else to get my mother. She's got like literally 300 pairs of shoes, and I bought her an outfit and bought her a purse and some perfume, and she don't never like use any of the things that I get her. So I'll just get her a meal and get her a birthday card or something, and that'll be that on that. But that's gonna be it for this video, folks. I just wanted to let you know a little bit about my mom and that I love her, and I'm trying to play that Powerball next month. And I mean, not the Powerball, the Mega Millions, because it's like up to $750 million. And if I win that, I'm gonna party like it's 1999. Shout out to Prince. May he rest in peace. And that's gonna be it, folks. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. and share this video. And I'll see you again next Thursday.